Cardi did it, y'all was quiet. When Meg Thee Stallion had her up on that stage twerking for Kamala Harris, nobody had to say. But now that it's Nicki, everybody has a problem. For whatever reason, the Barbs are mad, the internet is on fire, and Nicki Minaj obviously just started a mega revolution, and I am here for it. Let me tell y'all, sis is not only the queen of rap, but she's definitely giving queen of politics, because the way she shut down that stage with Erica Kirk over the weekend, baby, she definitely did her thing. The fact that Nicki stood on that stage and stood for what she believed in spite of the backlash that she obviously knew that she was going to get from the Democrats, from the Barbs, as well as everybody else, speaks volumes to me. That woman stood on that stage as a mother, as a wife, as a entrepreneur, as a artist, and she did her damn thing. Do you hear me? If she was to ever cross over into politics, she definitely would have my vote, because she did a hell of a job in spite of what everybody gotta say. She was not ghetto, she was not ratchet, and she damn sure wasn't giving hoodlum, okay? And I feel like that's why everybody really mad.
We've got to talk about Nicki Minaj, because she pulled up to the AmericaFest and really shut it down. Really shut it down. I mean, Nicki Minaj being there absolutely went viral. And I want to talk about it a little bit, because I think it says a lot about where culturally this country is heading. Okay. Now I want to get into a couple more clips before we get into the meat and potatoes, of course. And yeah, let's jump into it.
Nicki Minaj. My girl just stepped on the stage at AmericaFest and said the most illegal thing you can say in 2025 without a permission slip from the left. Parents, let your boys be boys. There's nothing wrong with being a boy. Yes. The sun shining on my face with that one. Now, before anyone starts hyperventilating into a reusable tote bag, she didn't say hate anyone, didn't say ban anything. She said boys are boys. Apparently, that's now a 5-alarm emergency. Nicki Minaj, of all people, just did what half of Hollywood is too spineless to do. Speak like a normal human being. One who remembers biology, childhood, and common sense. Oh, they about to lose their shit. I can see the headlines now. Why Nicki's statement is secretly violent. Why masculinity is a gateway drug. Why allowing boys to climb trees is fascism.
You know, the funny thing about what he's saying is it's 100% true. 100% true. These people are losing their minds. Losing their minds. Oh my goodness. Why her statements are fascist. I mean, it is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff. And, of course, the white liberals had to chime in as well.
I stepped away from the Democratic Party a few years ago, and ever since then, I continue to be amazed by how racist white liberal men are. This popular white liberal creator just told Nicki Minaj, a black woman, to go back to twerking because she spoke out against Gavin Newsom. Sounds a lot like you're telling her to go back to the plantation. Now, mind you, one of the reasons why Nicki Minaj is angry at Gavin Newsom is because he claims that he wants to see trans kids, which is just a very wildly predatory statement no matter what your stance is on the issue. Nicki called him out and said, shouldn't you want to see healthy, happy, and safe kids? Well, in the state of California, Gavin has made that wish quite difficult. Then you have Gavin Newsom's director of communications calling Nicki Minaj a stupid hoe while throwing her merchandise in the trash. If anyone is a stupid hoe, it's Gavin Newsom and everyone involved that didn't have water in the fire hydrants during the Palisades fires.
Facts.
That was objectively stupid hoe behavior. Californians are suffering on the streets, and instead of protecting citizens, we have a sassy white man from Gavin Newsom's office calling a self-made affluent black woman a stupid hoe. Nicki Minaj started
It's okay for the left to call us names, but the moment we call them any type of name, it's an existential crisis. Oh my goodness, you're a phobe, you're this, you're that. Hold on, but it's okay for y'all to call us all types of names under the sun. That's fine. That's fine and dandy, right? And one thing that I've never understood is when people throw away things that they paid for already. I just don't understand that. You're gonna throw away a Nicki shirt? You already paid for it. She's already got your money. I don't know. Maybe common sense ain't so common anymore. Me personally, I just don't get stuff like that. You already paid for it. Why are you throwing it away? They already have your money. Nicki already has your money. What's throwing it away gonna do? Ooh, whoop-de-doo, I took a picture of my own purchase in the trash. What? Like that just that doesn't make any sense to me. Never has made any sense, and it never will. Never will. Now, if you don't want to buy any more of it, that's fine, right? That's totally fine. But to throw away something you already purchased? I don't know. Am I tripping out? Y'all let me know. Anyway, let's get into a little bit more of this because, man, oh man, Nicki, she's doing her thing, man. She's doing her thing. And from what I have seen, actually, her monthly listeners has actually skyrocketed since she has come out and just spoken her truth, right? So, for a little bit of backstory, that whole her and Gavin Newsom thing happened well before the AmericaFest. If I remember right, it happened a few weeks ago. And then obviously we had the AmericaFest, and then that really amplified things. But I'm going to play a couple of clips of what Nicki actually had to say. In this first one, she's talking about Gen Z conservatives. Check it out.
I'm proud of you guys. This is a major, to be so young, for you guys that are in college, to be so young and to care this much, this early in your life, it tells us how smart you are, and it tells us that there's hope for our future. So God bless you. Congratulations, you guys. You're amazing. Congratulations. You guys are amazing, okay? Know it. Feel it. Yes. Yes. Proudly. Be it proudly. Be who you are proudly.
Amen.
Yes.
So
that's what she had to say about Gen Z conservatives, and I 100% agree. To be that young and to be that involved is absolutely amazing, because I know for myself, I wasn't involved in politics, didn't really care about politics too much, but if you were to ask me, I would have told you I was a Democrat. That's for darn sure, because that's just the way things are. Obviously, hindsight is always 20/20. We can always look back and say, yeah, bad decision, right? Bad decision. But here is a clip of Nicki talking about Uncle Trump. Check it out.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win, and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact. He's from Queens, New York, like me. So, but what it's shown me personally is sometimes, you know, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never going to come back from it. But you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny. Until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on, you'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And that's not, and it's just not fair. But this administration is full of people with heart and soul. And they make me proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're not. Don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch of the world. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
Amen. And you know what amazes me? Is that you'll have liberals hear that speech right there, and they will automatically get angry. But you know something? They were up there clapping, cheering like a bunch of seals in a circus when Kamala Harris brought out Megan Thee Stallion twerking on the stage at a presidential rally. Like that's great. That's fine. Twerking on the stage at what's supposed to be a professional event. That's something worthy of clapping for. But Nicki, speaking facts, I mean, was she wrong? Nicki Minaj speaking facts is a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad thing. But she was right. Listen, and I've talked to people about this. I don't know how Uncle Trump does it. I really don't. I mean, when you think about everything that he's gone through, I mean, from courtroom after courtroom, court case after court case, right? To mainstream media. I mean, every single day there's a new headline. Oh my goodness. Trump did this. Trump said that. Oh my goodness. Trump did this. Trump said that. Like every single day of your life. To then having a bullet sent in your direction and one of them actually connecting. And another plot thwarted, barely thwarted. You almost had another attempt on your life. And to do all of that and remain stoic. Not show it. You know, not break down and cry or break down. You know what I mean? Like, just remain stoic. That is a strong individual. I don't give a damn what anybody has to say. Because 99.9% of people would have quit. Guarantee it. 99.9% of people would have said, you know what? Fuck all this. I'm out. I'm out. I can't deal with it. And yet, he stood tall. And in a moment where most men would have cowered, including my damn self, right? Hey, listen, I start hearing them bullets flying. I learned at a young age, you get ghost or you get turned into one, right? You get up out of there. I'm running. He didn't run. Where's my shoe? Hey, get my shoe. Get my shoe. No, wait. No, I'm standing here. Fight. Blood streaming down his face. Didn't know if that was one of his last moments, ever addressing a crowd. Didn't know his injuries. But still stood up and said, fight. Listen, that's powerful. That's powerful. I don't give a darn what anybody has to say. What anybody, especially these liberals out here. I don't want to hear anything from these liberals that voted for Joe Biden who could barely walk across the front lawn. And we found out that they started trying to hide it, which is why after a while they started sending people out with Joe Biden to walk out to the helicopter to try to cover his gate. But we could all see what was going on. My goodness, man. My goodness. Shout out to Uncle Trump, man. Shout out to Uncle Trump. Now, I want to play one last clip of Erica Kirk asking Nicki Minaj how she feels about the backlash. Because for those of you that don't know who Nicki Minaj is, she is a female rapper. In my humble opinion, and this is not me, kissing behind because she's speaking nice about Republicans. I used to react to a lot of music, and I've said this before. On the record, I've said this before. I got the tapes. In my humble opinion, she's the best female rapper. Okay, by far. And so, for those of you that don't know, she's a female rapper. So, check out what she had to say about receiving backlash from obviously the hip hop industry, Because, of course, you know, bunch of liberals, bunch of Democrats. Listen to what she had to say.
I know that you are getting a lot of backlash from your own industry. What is your reaction to that?
I didn't notice.
Amen. I feel the same way. When people are like, what do you think about them? I'm like, I don't think about them.
Bingo. We don't even think about them.
We don't have time to. We're too busy building, right?
Yeah, we're the cool kids.
Okay.
The other people, they're the ones who are still just disgruntled, but really they're just disgruntled with themselves. They are angry with themselves, you guys. So you can't wake up and think about somebody who is determined to just stay mad. I literally tell them, stay mad.
Amen.
Stay mad. Because we're going to stay joyful.
Yep.
And peaceful and iconic and smart.
Yes.
And we're going to stay thinkers. In a world that doesn't want us to think, we will think. By ourselves, on our own. We will continue to think.
Facts. And so, you know, I think this is absolutely dope, because in a world where, especially in the hip hop industry, in the rap industry, you see a lot of rappers and artists come out and cape for the Democrat Party, which should also tell you something, because, and I always go back to this quote, and some of you have heard me say it 1,000 times, but it goes, if everyone in a room agrees, then someone is lying. And it's facts. We're all individuals. We all come from different backgrounds. We all were raised differently. We all have different thoughts and ideas and things like that. So if everybody in a room agrees, somebody is lying. And typically it's multiple people are lying. They just don't want to ruffle any feathers. So when you see these rappers and these artists and these celebrities, and I put that in air quotations because what is a celebrity? I literally had somebody call me a celebrity the other day. It was like the weirdest thing in the world. Like, I'm not a celebrity. I don't even know what a celebrity even is. But anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? These celebrities come out and they're caping for the Democrat Party. You should be asking yourself a question. Why don't we see more celebrities caping for the Republican Party? Why is it always they're caping for the Democrats? Do you think they all agree to just vote for Democrats through and through? I don't think so. And we found out that a lot of them, if not all of them, are actually being paid. Liberals will criticize Nicki, but will praise Cardi B for getting on stage and reading off of a phone, a prepared speech. Matter of fact, I want to see if I can pull that up. Cardi B, hold on, because it was just absolutely ridiculous. Kamala, absolutely ridiculous. Let me see here if I can find that. Let's see. And they were like pulling out all the stops. Like I literally just came across a clip of Beyonce standing on stage. You guys remember when there was rumors that Beyonce was going to perform just so more people could show up? She didn't perform. She was on stage for like 5 minutes and then left. No performance whatsoever. Let me see. Okay, here it is. I found it.
I'm nervous. I'm excited.
So apparently her teleprompter went out and she just couldn't just speak off the, just speak from the heart.
What's up, y'all? One second, guys. 1 second. Okay. So I don't take lightly the call. Sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous. Guys. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
Been waiting for it her whole life. Okay.
I need patience over here.
So of course she starts trying to freestyle and then she gets her phone brought out to her.
Thank you. Vice President Kamala Harris.
My goodness, bro. Oh man.
We need to protect women whether they like.
My goodness. Like, so Nicki Minaj will be shamed, but Cardi B was praised by these liberals when Cardi B couldn't even just give a speech. Just speak from the heart. Why do you need a prepared speech to just speak? I don't get it. And obviously, we found out later that a lot of these folks were being paid. They were being paid, bought and paid for propagandists. What do you know? What do you know? Amazing, huh? Amazing. Anyway, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions about all of this. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.